Hi, today you're going to learn how to install Windows yourself. Let's get started. A bit of theory first. To install an operating system, you need a bootable USB drive with the system's installation file. A bootable USB drive is a device with installation files, like Windows 11. Most programs for creating one simply copy the contents of an ISO image, formatting the USB before writing. For example, if you have a 64GB flash drive and the Windows installer takes up only 5GB, you might want to use the remaining space for a recovery tool or another OS, like Linux. However, most programs don't allow this. They erase all data and write only a single ISO image. However, there is a solution: the Ventoy tool. Released in 2020, it is a great option for creating a multi-boot USB. Unlike other programs, Ventoy makes the USB bootable, but does not copy files from an ISO image. You simply transfer the required ISO files to the USB without any extra setup. When the computer boots, a menu appears where you can choose the system you need. Now that we're done with the theory, let's move on to practice. Open your browser and search for Windows 11 download. Click on the first link. Scroll down to the Download Windows 11 Disk Image section. Select Windows 11 from the drop-down menu. Then click Download Now. Choose your preferred system language from the drop-down menu. Confirm. After that, 64-bit download. While Windows is downloading, let's also get Ventoy. Search for Ventoy. Then click on the Downloads link. Find and download Ventoy Windows.zip. Select the zip archive and download it. By the way, you don't need any extra software to extract the downloaded files. You can do it using the built-in tools of your operating system. Simply select the downloaded archive, right-click on it, and choose Extract All, then click Extract. After that, you can delete the zip file to free up space and keep your system organized. Now let's install Ventoy on our USB drive. Run Ventoy 2 disk. Windows may warn you that the file is untrusted. Don't worry, just click More Info, then Run Anyway, and confirm by selecting Yes in the pop-up window. The Ventoy window will open. From the device list, select your USB drive and remember its name. If you have other USB drives plugged in, it's best to remove them to avoid confusion. The only setting you need to change right now is disabling secure boot support. Important warning: installing Ventoy requires fully formatting your USB drive, so make sure to back up any important data beforehand. Ventoy will also warn you multiple times before deleting everything. For a full overview of Ventoy's settings and features, check out the suggestion card at the top right. Once the installation is complete, simply close Ventoy and copy your ISO files to the root directory of the USB drive. Once the files are copied, insert the USB drive into the computer that needs Windows installation and start the computer. To make the computer recognize the USB drive and start the installation, you need to manually select it as the boot device. To do this, enter your computer's boot menu, usually by pressing F12 during startup. However, different manufacturers may use other keys, such as F8, F10, or F11. Watch for the boot menu prompt when turning on your device and press the corresponding key. Remember when I mentioned saving the name of your USB drive in Ventoy? Find it in the boot menu list, select it, and press Enter. After that, the Ventoy window will open. Here we select our Windows image and press Enter, then click on Boot in normal mode. The Windows installer will start. In the first window, you can choose the system language and time format, then click Next. Next, you can select the standard keyboard layout. Next. Next, we agree that all data on the drive will be erased. Next, even if you already have a license key, click I don't have a product key. Select the Windows version you need. Next. Confirm the license agreement. Here, be very careful not to select the wrong disk, as all data on it will be erased. Choose the correct one, format it if needed, and click Next. Next. The standard setup involves signing into your Microsoft account or creating a new one. as well as waiting for all the updates to install. Here we select the country or region again, and click Yes. Select the main keyboard layout, and if needed, you can add an additional one. You can optionally enter a name for the device, or you can simply skip this step. After that, the latest updates will be downloaded and installed. After the updates are installed, you need to either sign in to your Microsoft account or create a new one. Following the instructions above, I explain how to install a lightweight version of Windows without built-in programs, widgets, and such. Enter your Microsoft account login and click Next. Then enter your password and click Sign In. After that, you'll be logged into your Microsoft account. In the next window, you'll need to create a PIN for signing into your device, so you don't have to enter your Microsoft account password every time. Next, you'll see Privacy Settings. Feel free to disable any options you don't need. If you're signing into an existing account, you'll have the option to restore your data from your old device using OneDrive or set it up as new. You can safely skip this step. Now here's a useful feature. You can sync your phone with your PC to receive calls, messages, and notifications directly on your computer without touching your phone. However, this feature isn't very useful unless you've purchased extra OneDrive storage. You can also skip this step without any issues. If you want to subscribe to Microsoft Office with cloud storage and synchronization across 5 devices, click Continue. If not, click Decline Microsoft 365. This window offers a Game Pass subscription, giving you access to a huge library of games. Congratulations! Now you know how to install Windows on your own. Next, I'll show you a faster installation method. A quick installation skips all updates, account sign-in, and subscriptions to additional services. Here's how to do it. First, if your device is connected to the internet via an Ethernet cable, unplug it. Next, open the command prompt by pressing Shift plus F10. If that doesn't work, try Fn plus Shift plus F10. Click on the console window with your mouse and enter the following command: ube/bypass enrow. Then press Enter. The computer will restart. Here we select the country or region again, and click Yes. Select the main keyboard layout, and if needed, you can add an additional one. Here click I don't have internet. Next, enter a username. You can leave the password field blank. Next, you'll see Privacy Settings. Feel free to disable any options you don't need. Congratulations! Now you know how to install Windows on your own.